Okay, a video a day, the road to 1 million followers. Oh my god, I can't even keep a straight face. All right, I just posted my naturally occurring brother, who I had platonically with Chris Hemsworth, on Facebook. Let me see. You can kind of see it. So he has the like reptilian teeth on the bottom, and then on the top picture, he shapeshifted into a Lyran, and he's like going like that. We do that naturally. We don't like think about it. We don't think like we have to go like that or whatever. We just do it naturally when it's not when we feel threatened, it's when we have to, it's when something pisses us off. That's pretty much when we turn into a Lyran. And it's to hold the lower suits calmly. So, anyway. Reptilian to Lyran, naturally occurring DNA. Okay. Okay. And Mike, they're saying, and Mike still kills Lyrans and wears their Lyran suits because he forgot how to be naturally occurring. So it's okay. Hopefully, I retaught him. My door is ajar and I want to go close it, but I don't feel like it. Okay, so a video a day to sort of keep the pace of, look, I got a mosquito bite. Look, this is what we have in New Jersey. We have these things called fucking mosquitoes. To keep the pace of what's happening this round of ancient telomeres. Yes, the skin is real if you use the naturally occurring substance called gravity to propel you upwards instead of downwards, instead of into a downward spiral. Into how you use the upwards gravity momentum to push you upwards into a Lyran format where it's your real actual Lyran skin. How to use upwards gravity. I think I explained that before. It's basically what I said last year. You basically know. And instead of freaking out like a reptilian all over the place, which is generally our stance on kind of like everything, you sort of take, you go into the shadows and act like a reptilian in the shadows. And then that propels you into the light and up into your Lyran suit. That should be enough. I think I already like explained it a few times. This house is clean. Where are my glasses? Okay, so yesterday, I already forgot what we talked about yesterday. The family party. Okay, so last night was not a continuation of the friends party, so to say. It might have been like the friends party actually, but like it was just in different formats. I was at work, I think, or I was with friends, and they were treating me like an equal instead of treating me like the queen. That's obviously a huge problem for Brandon Lee, and Alyssa. So that's just not okay. I woke up shortly after that, and I really want to close this door. Max is saying take over the channel, Brandon Lee, because they were like, what would happen if Brandon Lee took over instead of Max? And I was like, that's what would happen. And now Max is like, Brandon, just take over the channels. Okay, so Max. So I woke up shortly after that dream, and then Max was. I turned on Aaron, and Max was kicking Aaron out of his seat, which is also a normal occurrence to be taken out of your own suit and recycled when you don't listen. When you don't. I mean, how many times did I have to tell him to do certain things? He's like, I'm not ready, whatever. And it's like, you don't get an opinion. You just don't get an opinion. I'm not a woman. So Max had to kick him out. He was placed into a demon box. It doesn't look like Aaron Dowdy. Aaron Dowdy's higher self is actually located in Antarctica, and he's safe. But there's like a lower format version of him that's sort of taken over his channel. And so that one is getting taken out and put into a demon box. So I just posted, if you go to community on my channel, and you can see the pictures I just posted of my eyes shape-shifting in one of my latest videos, the Brandon Lee, I think it's like Antarctica, Tom Brady, I think this is like the title. In that video, my eyes shape-shifted, and I took 3 pictures. It was like 3 different types of eyes, and I took pictures of those eyes and posted them on there. I will post them on my Instagram too. You guys are making me work really hard. I don't know. I don't know if that's allowed anymore, but they were completely different than last time. I also thought they were just going to be like my reptilian eyes. I think Alex thought that too. It was not my reptilian eyes. I was like, oh, it's like an Easter egg. I was like, it could be my reptilian eyes, but it could be like another Easter egg. So like, let's see. And the first one looked like, it either looked like 2 pupils, like there was 2 pupils in my eyes, or it could look like the splitting of worlds. The second one looked like a ghost overlay of my eyes, but my eyes were hexagon shaped. When you look at it on the phone, it's not actually a hexagon shape. It looks just like, it looks sort of like, it doesn't look like a circle. It sort of just looks like a irregular eyeball shape, not a circle. The hexagon is related to a portal, which is coming through the sky. And I saw 2 portals. One, it looks like a light screw, like it looks like a screw off cap, but in light. Okay, and then one of the men dropped down through that, and then I saw a hexagon open up in the dome. Right, this is like a dome, a firmament dome, and like a hexagon shape like opened up, and then it opened up a hole in the hexagon honeycomb shapes, and then I saw Hayden as Anakin in Clone Wars drop through, that specific Anakin. And I have to like remember to take a breath when I'm talking. So those my eyes look like hexagon on top of ghosts, and that is I already told you, it's the one dropping in to the 4D layer. It's the 7 layer dropping into the 7 dimensional person dropping into the 4th dimension. And because we got to get you guys out of this like ghost world, what else? There's a space station being built. Did I talk about that? There's a space station being built outside of the Earth. Outside of Earth. It looks really cool. It's like this. It's not like a NASA space station. It's like a very cool space station that looks like a city, sort of like a Star Wars city. And it's Hollywood. We heard you. Be clear who you serve. Um, and then, yeah, the space station looks really freaking cool. Like it looks like a space city being built outside of planet Earth. So that's probably like okay, so Antarctica City has like my tower sort of on top of it. Um, basically my ivory tower there and my castle, and then it has like a portal and a bridge to like the upper realms and stuff, and that would be the like the portal to the space station. Brandon Lee said agree to being recycled, and a lot of you were resistant to that, like you have any choice. So that's sort of the problem, that you guys are like resisting the new world order because like you think this life has any meaning, and you think that like holding on to this life and holding on to, sorry, I'm fidgety, holding on to like this capitalistic life is like going to help you in like any shape, way, or form, and like that you have like any sort of like you have like maybe blips of like fun times or whatever, but like most of your life is tedious and boring. And so like what are you holding on to? Like why are you guys so afraid of being recycled? Haven't you felt the death process yet and how good it feels to die? And if you haven't felt that, maybe you should ask for it. It feels really great to die. So unless you're out of line, and then obviously it doesn't feel as great to die. But there's always going to be people outside of line that are going to feel negative births and death process, okay? And there's always going to be people in line that feel positive birth and death processes, okay? Because I was kind of like worried about my kids having babies while I'm not in the castle, but maybe there are like a few people that like I won't mind having babies right now. I don't know. Um I think it's the pregnant girl asking what she should do. Like just stay in line. Like you got to start worshiping God. Um Okay, so Max is asking me to be like very relaxed during this process. That's what he was asking last night while he was kicking Aaron Dowdy out of his chair. And he asked me to have another glass of wine because he wants me to like be relaxed because, like I said, there's aspects of you that are in line and there are aspects of you out of line. And a lot of those out of line aspects have to do with capitalism. Here I am worrying about finances and bills, and literally all of you are my energy, and you should just be coming forward and helping me, with like physical cash at this point. And you guys seem to all have a problem with that for some reason. So that's an aspect of you that is out of line. Okay. Um, Obviously not if you're poor or if you're struggling. You don't need to give me even 5 cents for a nickel beer on a plane. Okay. Empathy overload. Yes, so like I'm having like a lot of empathy for my parents specifically right now because I'm living with my parents because of all of the crazy stuff they went through the last 4 or 5 years and how they failed a lot of their tests and stuff. And I made the pastina today. It was on BBC. People kept talking about my pastina all over the place and like how they wish they had a sister to make them pastina and everything. And I was making it because one, it sounded like a really good meal, and we had all the ingredients here in the house. And I was like, I like saw it last night, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that. It's like a bunch of recipes, and I picked that one. And also, like pastina is just like a very like light meal, and so it's also good for like when your stomach's messed up, and obviously that's the sickness is going around. So um, I thought it would be a good meal for all of us in the house, and I just wanted to feed my parents like comfort food. But my mom didn't buy me Wendy's last week, so it's like my empathy is definitely like on overdrive right now. And I don't know, that's interesting. That doesn't necessarily mean a good thing when my empathy's on overdrive. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Um, we'll see how it goes. Elsa said, "You'll see how it goes with me." I don't think so, bitch. Um, BBC talking about my soup on camera. I already said that. People were laughing about it. I heard people laughing. Like, I can't stop laughing right now. They're talking about our soup on BBC. Like, what the hell are we doing? Okay, yes, don't ask me stupid questions. Listen over walls. I'm not somebody that's going to explain how to make a website to you. I'm not somebody that's going to explain how to Google something to you, okay? Don't ask me stupid questions. Fucking Google it. Number one, I'm a woman. Number two, I'm God. Okay, so we're sick of us asking which one it is. So, like, I think they said, like, Hayden dropped in, but like some people saw me drop in and they're like, so which one is it? Is it Alyssa or is it Hayden? And then Brandon was like, how sick are we about them asking that question? Like, we're just so sick of that question. Like, you have to understand oneness. You have to understand we're shapeshifters. You have to understand it's a visual overlay to represent the right thing that the person needs to see at that time. Okay. There's a lot of doubts about like Brandon Lee, and that shit's really fucking pissing me off. I mean, I was with him literally all year last year. Like, nothing pisses me off more than when people doubt my husband or doubt his love for me. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Okay, and he just lit me up right then when I was talking about it. So that's what happens. It's a fail-safe space trap, so I can have that. I can have double dragon either way. Don't think that you need to piss me off for me to get double dragon. Okay. There's a lot of less doubts when Max comes through, and I'm like, do you guys still think that you can pick my husband? Like, do you think that you're allowed to pick my husband? Like, Max is a safer bet. He's more of an educator. Brandon's a live wire, whatever. Like, do you think you have any say whatsoever on who I date or who I marry or what my choices are? No, you don't. Okay. You're a little pawn in a fucking chess game. All right. I think that covered everything and where we're at today. Oh, okay. It's Brandon's will to run the community from now on. Max and Brandon agree, and they're going to try it because they listened to Alyssa and they were like, it's going to be like that if Brandon does it. And maybe that's the shapeshifter that they need right now. Maybe that's the personality they need. I talked about personalities in one of my videos. I think maybe I posted on Facebook. I don't know. I don't think I made it for the public, but you definitely got that download a long time ago that it's definitely like there's personalities to these favorite characters in a video game that I love, and I'm just so sick of over explaining it. So I think that's where we're at. Mike and Adam are now currently fighting a little bit. If your name is Ruwan, you killed my father, prepare to die, okay? So nice to meet all of you for the very first time. I've never met any of you in my life, and this is my first time ever posting a video, and this is my first time ever experiencing energy in my entire life, and I have no idea what this chick's talking about, and it's just all gobbledygook, but like, I don't know, maybe somebody smarter that can explain this stuff to me, because I feel like I'm completely out of my league when I listen to her, and I've never really experienced energy before either. Like, I just sleep like 10 hours a night, like nothing's happening to me, and I have a really boring life, and I feel like I've never experienced energy before in my entire freaking life, and can somebody please explain this to me? Thank you.